Papa Quebec, come back slowly with your call signs phonetically, please.
Please. Kilo X-ray 4, Papa Quebec, Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Well, now, I may be ready for you, sir. If I can revive my... there's one thing about it. My tablet goes to sleep. Not, well, sort of. And so I have to revive it. And there we go, Atlanta. And... let's see here. Bring the volume up. And you should be there.
You're S9 here easily, and didn't make a whole lot of difference, but yeah, S9 at least, and very nice signal into south of Atlanta, about 20 miles, Peachtree City, Georgia. KX4PQ.
Roger, I do have a better copy on the Atlanta SDR than I do on my local, or the Milford, Pennsylvania. What was the name again?
My name is Greg.
Roger, Greg. And about how far are you from Atlanta?
I'm about 22 miles south of Atlanta, at the center of Atlanta.
Oh, Roger, I'm only copying probably about 5 dB above its noise level. I'm assuming you're running 100 watts, and what kind of antenna?
Yeah, it's 100 watts into a 80-meter dipole up about 40 feet, bed width, a twin lead and a tuner.
Roger, and let's see, what side of Atlanta are you on? I'm just curious about this.
That's the south side of Atlanta.
And which way does your... you're horizontally polarized on your antenna, Roger?
Yeah, it's mostly north-south, so up and down the East Coast.
Ah, so you got the end pointed towards Atlanta. If you were broadband to Atlanta, I'd probably have a better copy, Roger.
Hey, Roger? Yeah, probably would. It's off the end there. It's obviously not going to be as good.
Roger. And what radio are you running, sir?
ICOM 7300, like most of the rest of the world these days.
Roger. Well, what do you think about that radio?
I love it. It's the greatest receiver I've ever had. I'm sure there are better ones out there, but certainly not for the price point. I mean, I got this one up on sale from HRO for like less than $1,000, so I'm real happy with it.
Roger, yeah, I think, well, just from my point of view, since I can't partake on your receiver, I can partake of the 7300's transmitter, and it does have a very nice Stonewall limiter that just, you just turn up on that, and the signal just gets fatter with very little blow-by. It loves to stay at the mid-range, halfway mode, Roger.
Yeah, I found no matter how I adjust it, I can hear the difference, but most people think no matter what I do to it, it still sounds pretty good. I know there have been some complaints on the web that it's supposed to put out 100 watts peak, and they've got the ALC set up so that unless you really drive it hard, it doesn't actually put out that much, but it's probably a fraction of the head unit you're talking about.
Roger. Well, the ALC, even if you really push it, the ALC is going to just ride gain there, or ride limit, shall we say, and your actual RF output is not going to increase that much, but your average percent of peak modulation will increase dramatically as you continue to be, push the level and be held down by the limiter. You just get fatter, not necessarily more RF. Well, yeah, chunks of RF, but not exceeding very much over 100 watts, Roger.
Yeah, that's right. People are looking at their output on an average reading meter and then complaining that the peak power doesn't match up with it. But like you say, it's an average reading reader they're looking at, and the peak reading is going to be different. But I haven't really had any complaints about it myself. But it's pulling in power from most of the stuff I'm using.
Roger that. Well, if you ever want to find an interesting radio, check out the 7610. That item has got a control called drive, and when you bring that drive up, your average percent of peak modulation just goes right on towards 90%, or maybe even more than that. You wind up, I've seen that radio generate a half a dB dynamic range. The VU meter tied to the output of a receiver 200 miles away looks like it's reading plate volts in a transmitter. It's just kind of squiggling there, just barely between zero level and half a dB. It's unbelievable.
Guys are willing to trade off a good signal report for audio quality. I don't know. I would think that much compression does not come that great.
Well, the amazing part about it is, I mean, you know, you wouldn't want to run half a dB dynamic range, you know, for long. But the unusual part is that the audio is still unbelievably not distorted. Even at that much fattening, it's still you know, not that distorted. Not what you think it would be, Roger.
Roger. I guess if it works, you know, guys are happy with it. What the heck? I've heard some awful sounding signals though lately. It seems on 80 meters.
Oh, Roger that. All righty. Could I have your name again, please, sir?
Please, sir.
Roger, Greg. Well, let me say three to you, sir. Thanks for dropping by, and we will be posting this within the next couple of days. So if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, that'll take you to the Qso-Vlog page. And on that page, look for a segment called My Group Air Check 2819. My Group Air Check 2819. Roger?
Roger. All right, 2819 sounds good. I'll look for that in a few days. Good talking to you, KX4PQ. Have a good day.
Roger there. Greg, you too, the threes. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, and this is the afternoon Qso-Vlog program for Friday. We run between 3:30 and 5 Eastern, recording, air checking, and if you have a radio that you want to check out, give me a shout. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor.